Yeah, after they forced me into the program, yes.
Right.
And it all revolves around retrievals.
Right. Okay.
The first thing they made me do is they tried to get me to kill an NHI that was in a prison cell on the Nellis test range. And
Jeez.
I refused to do it. The security guy who was in there forcing me to try to shoot this being ended up killing the being. And I got so pissed off, I broke his arm. I pinned him up against the wall, and I was
Oh,
literally
wow.
going to twist his head off because I was so pissed off that he did that. But he ran away after I let him go because he squeaked out while I was choking him to death that he had a wife and kids to go back home to,
Right.
and I released him. And he just ran out and, probably got the hell out of Dodge. The only people that were there were my other three teammates who had brought me there. They kind of tricked me to come in. And I started to, leave after I tended to the NHI as he was dying. I did have a telepathic connection with him as he passed away, and he touched me again on my head, on my temple, and that was before he passed. And then as he passed, I could feel, there was like a tunnel and darkness. Then after that, and then I kind of came through on the other side of that and came to myself, and I started to walk out. And I was really pissed off at my friends for setting me up. And I just told them, F you guys, I'm not doing this crap. And they just all looked at me and they said, Jason, you don't understand. It's either you do what they say or you're never going to see your wife and kids again because we negotiated this dirty work deal as your death sentence because they were going to put a bullet in your head and just bury you in the desert. And I was like, you got to be kidding. All this just because I invited my kids to a mission. And they were like, yep.
Wow.
And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And that's